Hey everyone, Travis here on week 2, day 1 of the LCS Spring Split. Joined by Saint Vicious. Saint, you're head off to Sao Paulo soon.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about that really quickly before we get into the game that we just saw. But you're going to be casting actually for IM. You've casted before. Somebody popping in really quick. Just they wanted to check out the interview. You've casted before a little bit, right? Like here and there for random things. Like I feel like you have.
I mean, I wouldn't call it casting or anything. It's basically just us like talking shit about the game.
Well, that's a type of casting, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I have a video on my YouTube of you casting a like Logitech around the world, or like the Nations Cup. Remember where it was like US? It wasn't WCG, but it was another one of those like Nations Cups where it was like USA versus Canada versus all these different things.
Oh, that's so long ago. Jesus Christ.
See, you've cast before, yeah.
Yeah, we got all about that.
Anyway, so it's been a while. So what are you preparing for this? Or you just got to roll up and be like, "Hey guys, this is a game that's happening right now."
I mean, I did like some test stuff with Jason Kaplan to see how I guess the chemistry would flow. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like it'd be all right. I don't really think I'm gonna be the best caster ever. But I mean, my goal is I guess to try to hit like the Monte Cristo note and just give them good information and try to educate people, man.
Yeah, you kind of fit in that group of like Jat and Kobe, who are these like past players who have a lot of information. Do you think that you'll be able to sort of draw on that to cast pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't work out. I'll just get drunk and talk shit or something, you know. Like, let's be real.
That's what I think. That's what a lot of people would prefer, actually.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, I don't know how Carmack would feel about that. We'll see.
I mean, Carmack's kind of a crazy guy. Maybe not for like the finals. Maybe like the semifinals. Maybe.
Okay, yeah. Maybe.
Are you looking for? Have you been to Brazil before?
I've been to Rio. Never been to Sao Paulo. It's so funny. They send out the little warning letters and stuff when you head to places. Like, do not go out alone. Like, do not go out at all. Don't drink the water. Don't step on the floor. It's like, wait, what? Like, the floor is gonna kill me? It's like, I don't know if I want to go down here.
It's a dangerous place, apparently. So, are you looking at any of the teams there, like doing learning anything about them? Or are you like, that's on Kaplan?
I mean, I already know about Millennium and Dignitas, of course, seeing them in the LCS, and I know a little bit about Pain Gaming and Lion, but I'm not really too sure about any of the other Brazilian teams coming to the tournament. I mean, I'm just gonna ask around when I get there, and people will fill me in.
Like who are these guys? Oh, okay, that's who they are.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm not gonna like. I don't really speak Portuguese or anything, so I'm not gonna like hunt through their server list. Like, oh my god, that guy plays Master Yi.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Dignitas, and apparently all the Brazilian teams have already sort of been shit talking them. Have you heard about this?
I mean, no.
I guess one of the players has like been talking about how he's gonna shit on Cruiser or something using Corki top lane or something like that. So it should be pretty interesting.
I'm always down for shit talk. Like, I think that's my favorite thing about when they go into OGN and they have those videos beforehand, and it's just like, it's like, I'll show you, and then they're like coming out with the other guy, and then they clearly like don't even mean it. It's like, all right, read the script.
Yeah.
But I still always like some good shit talking. It makes the game a hell of a lot more interesting.
So you've taken a step back now. You're doing this other kind of role on Curse, but you guys are now in LA. You've returned from Vegas. You happy to be back?
Yeah, I actually really like the area we're in. We're really close to the studio. A lot of good food around, good gym, really close to the beach. And I mean, I'm sure people don't really like to fly every day. So I think it definitely takes a lot of strain off the team, since before we would play our games and then we go and wait at a hotel, and then that's all we'd have, and then we'd fly back the next day or whatever the weekend ends. And it just really cut into our schedule. So I can only imagine how teams like Gambit do it, where, I mean, I think Edward flies like a day and a half each week. Or not, yeah, probably longer than that.
That has got to be painful, because I've been on some pretty long flights, and I can't imagine for Edward what it's like in those situations. Back at MLG Dallas, there was a Twitch party you and I were both at, and Katana Mordecai came over, and we were she was going to be doing this internship at Riot. She asked you, I was like, hey, tell her how great it is to live in Southern California, and you said it is the worst place on the planet to live. Never lived there. It's awful. The traffic is awful. So have you gotten past that now? Or do you still think it's the worst place on the planet to live?
It's not the worst place on the planet. It still definitely has like.
Did Vegas bump up there?
I mean, Vegas is pretty shit. Like, let's be real now. You know, there's like nothing living out there. Right. Even our dog's miserable. It's like I got to take a poop on rocks. Yeah. Like I can't even poop on grass, man. So I don't know.
Was that what she said?
Yeah, she said it's exactly that. Like, yeah, she's actually learning sign language. Okay, so dog sign language.
I imagine that's kind of the dexterity just might not be there, but.
She wags her tail in different directions, and then somehow that it turns out to an alphabet. Maybe it's like Morse code or something. Whatever the fuck, man.
Curse has an interesting living situation. That's what I'm learning from this. So you guys just played Coast. You beat Coast pretty handedly. You guys have a positive score right now, right? Yes.
Yeah, I think they're 4-1.
Because you lost to CLG.
Yeah, CLG and TSM. But I think like a lot of that, I kind of blame myself a little bit because I wasn't really as involved in the bans and pick process, and like we didn't really lock in like hard team comps and like, oh, they're gonna pick Nidalee. Like, what are we gonna pick into that? And I don't really think like the pick and ban process got talked about enough. So, and like a lot of the game really gets decided in that. Like you can even see in OGN where guy picks Greg, it's like instantly locks in Riven. It's like, all right, I'll show you, you know. So I think a lot of just comes down to bans and picks and getting favorable matchups.
You guys, or for you, you've come on board and you're now, not only have you stepped back to sort of help coach these guys, but you're also dealing with kind of a newer roster. There's been a lot of changes. I mean, even Voyboy moving to mid. What's it like not only transitioning away from being a player, but also having to sort of work with this new line of dudes?
Working with them? I mean, it's funny being on the other side of it or whatever. Because, I don't know, we'd always used to have Steve or whatever, like, Steve, you don't know shit, like, get out of here. But I think the team's really receptive, and they're definitely open to ideas, and they're looking to experiment and try new things out, and they all help each other out. So I think the team gets along really well.
So at the CLG, like right before LCS, I went to the CLG camp tournament thing, and I was talking to Hotshot, and he was saying, I feel like if I can just get them when I'm watching the game, I feel like if I could just train them to think about what I'm thinking about when I'm watching, then we'll win. Do you have similar things like that, or do you think that's like a crazy statement from Hotshot?
To be honest, I rarely watch their scrims anymore. I used to watch their scrims a lot, but I don't really. We have a coach and an analyst, like another coach. He's kind of like taking over Liquid's position and managing the team, and then we have an analyst who just watches all the scrims. And like I don't really. I like more of what I do is like helping build team comps, like theory crafting with people, and like talking about how matchups should be played or how the game should be played out, and like that's more of my kind of role in that. So
you are kind of providing them like the data, like not the data on their opponents, but like the data, the game data on what should win what and that kind of thing, and then somebody else sort of is helping them apply that.
Yeah, like we'll go in and be like, hey, maybe today we want to practice like ganking bottom or you know, putting pressure on top, or like doing a split push or doing a siege comp, and you just go into the scrim and you like try to practice that principle, and I guess it'll build up sort of like regular school.
So what does a normal day for St. Vicious look like when it's a work day? Like do you roll out of bed at noon or?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it maybe.
Maybe noon. Okay.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky. I don't know. I've been a bum lately. I've just been streaming a lot at night, and then I'll just like come in usually halfway through their scrim day, and I'll check up on the games, and then we'll
just sort of drunkenly or you hung over.
No,
yell at them.
I don't drink anymore that much. Yeah. I mean, I drink a little bit, but not. I kind of toned that down.
Yeah. That was more season 1 and season 2 Saint, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I grew up, man. I got responsibilities.
I got responsibilities. I got to wake up at like 1, 2 p.m. and tell these guys what champions to pick.
Yeah. Did I got rent, alimony? Wait, I don't have any of that. What am I talking about?
At least not that you know of.
I hope not, dude. I'm going to be like wanted in some random state. Like, jeez.
I mean, you've lived a crazy life.
A little bit. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I think just people need... Like, I think, like, the best example is, like, let's say Dominate would be like, oh, like, you know, I'm kind of feeling Pantheon jungle. And, like, if you just boost their confidence and they're like, yeah, man, like, I tried it out, too. Like, go play it. Like, it looks really good. And then you just boost their confidence in certain matchups and things like that. And I think that's really important.
So, in some sense, you're like the soccer mom that sits in the...
You can do it, son. No. No, not like that. I mean, I helped them like that, but I don't bake them cookies and drive them in my SUV. Wait, actually, I do. Yeah.
So we're back to soccer mom. That's what we've
I'm
established.
actually official team soccer mom now.
Hey, one thing, sort of talking about this and talking about your crazy life, kind of reminds me of a story that I heard from. It might have been Chobra or one of the Korean players. I forget who, but somebody was telling me that over in Korea, especially whenever OGN was happening and you were part of that, that you were, we got somebody sneaking in, that you were considered by like a lot of the Korean fans as like this badass that yeah, this is what I've heard. That you were considered kind of like a rock star. That people thought that you did play League of Legends a lot of the time. You just sort of did it on the other side, and the rest of the time you were running around like a rock star, like a badass, doing all sorts of crazy shit. Did you ever hear anything like that?
Nah, I don't know, man. No, I don't know. Like, no, I'm not gonna get into it right now.
There's something to get into. There's some sort of backstory.
Yeah, sure, but not for today. That's
That's for like a reflections with Thorn or something.
State of the League Christmas episode 2031 or something.
We're gonna have to do Christmas in July to make up for the fact that there wasn't one this holiday.
Yeah. Scumbag, by the way. You're like, yo, you want to be on like state? Okay, never mind. We're not doing it.
Yeah. Well, blame Scar and others that I couldn't get on for whatever reason. But you were down, so let it be known. You have any shoutouts, plugs, anything you want to say?
Shout out to all my fans. Shout out to Curse for being a great organization. Shout out to all our sponsors. LOL Pro, Alienware, CM Storm by Cooler Master. Actually, they changed their name. There's Cooler Master now. Oh yeah, we just signed like a big 2-year deal with them. So, I think it's gonna be really good for our team, and like they're really investing their time into esports, and they want to actually open up to a lot of the international regions like Brazil and Australia. So I think we might be looking to pick up a team in one of those areas. So props to them for that.
So potential, you heard it here first. Potential new international Curse team, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're like fishing around. We'll see. Like, I mean, we want to see all the regions grow. Like, we want that international wild card tournament to be pretty good.
You get like South Africa League of Legends team or something.
Hi, my name is Reginald. I have trained in South Africa. No copy paste to Reno. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're actually gonna recruit that guy from Twitch chat.
Okay. Very, very good. It sounds like he's got a good career ahead of him.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The no copy paste to Reno.
Yes, yeah, I'm familiar.
That exact story though. Yeah. Okay. From South Africa. That's actually probably you coming up with that story.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny anything. Yeah. You have anything else you want to add?
Oh yeah, and TeamSpeak. Sorry, I cut myself off on that. Yeah.
We got distracted. We went down a rabbit hole.
Yes, and yeah, thanks for all the fans. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. You can check out the rest of our coverage of the LCS and more at ongamers.com.